Hello and welcome our blood viewers to RTD's News English edition. As usual, we bring to you the major and top highlights of today. The head of state receives the head of the Swiss Federal Department of Foreign Affairs. The Francophonie partnership strengthening cultural links between Djibouti and the OIF. And on the international scene, a crucial balance sheet in a world of conflict, the forces of peace. Those were the major and top highlights. Welcome back to our newsroom, our beloved viewers. The President of the Republic, His Excellency Mr. Ismail Omar Guelleh, received a delegation led by the head of the Swiss Federal Department of Foreign Affairs. The audience provided an opportunity for both parties to take stock of the already privileged relations of friendship and cooperation, and to identify issues concerning the expansion of bilateral relations with a view to strengthening economic and commercial exchanges between the two countries. Discussions then extended to ways and means of reinvigorating a strategic partnership aimed at facilitating investment and promoting bilateral trade with a view to creating an environment conducive to development. In addition, the mutual benefit of enhanced cooperation were highlighted during the discussions. Djibouti offers privileged access to regional and international markets thanks to its strategic location on the east coast of Africa and a booming port hub with modern infrastructure that is attractive to Swiss investors and companies looking to expand their presence in Africa. For its part, Switzerland is renowned for its expertise in the financial, technological, and healthcare sectors, offering valuable partnership opportunities for Djibouti in its quest for economic diversification and sustainable development. This audience laid the foundations for a soiled and dynamic cooperation between Djibouti and Switzerland to fully exploit their potential and open up new prospects for economic growth. The Minister of Foreign Affairs and International Cooperation, Mr. Mahmoud Ali Yusuf, stressed in a speech the great importance of the Swiss officials' visit to Djibouti. Yesterday, Mrs. Renée Youtouva, Director of French Teaching and Learning at head of the OIF Francophone Regional Center for Africa in Djibouti, paid a courtesy call on Dr. Hibo Momin Assoui, Minister of Youth and Culture. The meeting took place in the presence of Ambassador Ahmed Araita Ali, Mrs. Asli Mahmoud, Technical Advisor, Mr. Mohammed Hussein Douali, Director General of the National Agency for the Promotion of Culture, and the General Commissioner for the Djibouti Book Fair, Mr. Omar Yusuf Ali. After introductions, the cordial meeting focused on relations between the International Organization of the Francophone and the Ministry of Youth and Culture. Dr. Hibo Mu'min reviewed current and future cooperation programs with the OIF, CLAC, museums, Djibouti Book Fair, and etc. The two senior officials agreed on all the subjects discussed and promised to work together in the future. As part of the Djibouti Book Fair scheduled for April 24 to 28, 2024, the OIF offered to take charge of the participation of Senegalese writer Dr. Magui Touré. The fourth edition of the Week for the Celebration of Reading, Encounters between Writers, Journalists, and Students, March 17 to 21, 2024. As part of the Week for the Celebration of Reading, special encounters between national authors, professional print journalists, and students began in schools across the country. Now, in its fourth year, the celebration of reading has become a key event on the educational landscape. Its aim is to promote a love of reading, encourage young people to immerse themselves further in the world of words and writing. A dozen renowned writers and print journalists visited a number of schools from primary to secondary level, including the Annex 2 School, the School of La Salle, the School of Dogle, the Jama' Met High School, and the Hodan 4 High School. Among them, Mr. Umar Yusuf, Mr. Aboita Moita, and Mr. Shukri Usman shared their passion and love of reading with the students and adults on site. At the same time, print journalists had the opportunity to talk to students from Annex 2 School to Gabot High School, not only about the day-to-day workings of journalism, but also sharing writing tips and ideas. These exchanges between writers, reporters, and students were conducive to sharing experiences, tips, and ideas, encouraging students to hone their literary and journalistic skills and explore new horizons. Under the aegis of the Secretary of State for Sport, the youth movement, united and undivided, in close collaboration with the National Union of Young Neighborhood Leaders, organized a conference debate with young people early in the morning of March 2023, entitled 2024, entitled The Problem of Neighborhood Sports Associations. The event, which in exchange and sharing began with the reading of the Holy Quran, followed by the signing singing of the national anthem. The moderator then introduced the theme of the day, which focused on youth and sport. The aim of this initiative is to set up a platform that will enable associations to find a solution to the problem of sports. However, the importance of this conference debate should be emphasized as it marks a crucial step for conscious and conscientious young people to launch the ship, to strengthen sporting activities, and thereby contribute to the development of youth through sporting actions. The presidents of the associations took the floor in turn to discuss the difficulties and obstacles faced by the association and came up with solutions to remedy the situation. They expressed their delight at the success of this initiative, which brings together, challenge, and inspires young people to achieve greater social and sporting success. They also invited the young people of the various associations and the leaders of their respective neighborhoods to participate more fully for more fruitful and reaching exchange. Finally, the Secretary for State of Sports emphasized the importance of this initiative for young people, recalling the key role they play in associations. On the occasion of the blessed month of Ramadan, the Wadani as a Joke youth movement distributed foodstuff this morning to 100 of the poorest households in the town of Asajok. This noble action during the holy month of Ramadan was granted by the CEO of Al-Awwal Group Djibouti, Mr. Yasin Awal Farah, through the Wadani Youth Movement. Each of the beneficiary families received a set of foodstuffs consisting of 25 kilograms of sugar, 25 kilograms of flour, 25 kilograms of rice, 1 pack of dates, 5 liters of oil, and 1 tin of powdered milk. It was therefore intended to support these families so that they can fully devote themselves to the ritual of the blessed month of Ramadan. Speaking on this occasion, the Vice President of the Regional Council, Mr. Noor Saeed Guldon, underlined the importance of this action, especially at this time of year, and thanked the CEO of Al-Awwal Group, Mr. Yasin Awal, for this noble gesture. Shifting gears towards the international scene now. An attack on the central bank of Haiti in Port-au-Prince, the capital, has been repulsed and several assailants killed, the source at the bank said yesterday. Several assailants were killed. The Bank of the Republic of Haiti is one of the few institutions not to have fled Port-au-Prince, 80% of which is now at the hands of gangs accused of numerous abuses, in particular murders, rapes, looting, and kidnappings for ransom. The city of Johannesburg, South Africa's economic capital, is currently facing a worsening water shortage. Worsening water shortage is causing considerable disruption to the daily lives of thousands of residents. Since the end of the last year, certain districts of the metropolis have suffered regular water cuts due to maintenance work on aging pipes. Well, but this, our blood viewers, we finally conclude this edition. Thank you for being with us, and make sure to tune in later for more. Have a wonderful evening. Take care.